Hey everyone, welcome to Atenas Crochet. For today's tutorial, we're going to be working on a Celtic weave and cable scarf. This is a pattern for folks that have a little more experience in crochet, so if you're very comfortable with double crochets, front and back post double and triple crochets, you'll be able to work this scarf. Otherwise, I do have easier patterns available on my channel. Let's get started. Make this scarf, I'm going to use 2 skeins of Woolike yarn, and this is by Loops and Threads, available at Michael's. Here's more information on the yarn if you can't find this yarn specifically. And we're going to be using a G hook, and that's a 4.25 millimeter hook. So to start, I'm going to take 2 threads simultaneously, one from each skein, and we're going to make a slip knot. So our chain is going to be a chain of 47 stitches, and this is going to make a nice and wide scarf. It's going to be about a 7-inch scarf across, or wide, excuse me. So it'll be a nice wide adult scarf. So I'll make my chain and I'll see you when I finish. So now that I've got my chain, I'm just going to measure this out. It's going to be about 7 inches. There are different sizing options available for scarves. I'll put more information on sizing down in the description box in case you want to do different types of sizes for the scarves. But this one's going to be a little bit wider, so it's going to be just over 7 inches wide. But now that I have finished, I'm pinching my last stitch and I'm going to chain 2 more stitches. So now I'm going to make a double crochet in the 3rd stitch from the hook, which is the stitch that we had pinched. So I'm just going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then I'm going to make a double crochet in every one of the stitches of this chain. So I'll just keep working my double crochets until I get to the end of the row. I have finished my row and I've switched backgrounds, so let's move on to the next row, and we're going to chain 2 and we're going to turn our work around. So we're going to make a front post triple crochet. So wrap the yarn around your hook twice and finish off your front post triple crochet. You yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over through 2, and yarn over through 2. We're going to make a second front post triple crochet in the next post. So yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And a third front post triple crochet. So we made 3 front post triple crochets. But I'm working with 2 threads simultaneously, so sometimes I lose one of the threads. So let's get that all fixed. Okay. So now we're going to be skipping 2 posts because we're working our Celtic weave. So we skip 2 posts and go to the next 2. So in the first one, we make a front post triple crochet. That is a mouthful. My goodness. Okay. We make front post triple crochet. And in the next one, we also make another front post triple crochet. And now we're going to work in the stitches that we skipped. So go back to the 2 posts, they're posts, and we're going to make a front post triple crochet. So just cross over in front of your work and make your front post triple crochet. So yarn over through 2, 2, and 2, and then the one right next to it, the other skips post, we'll make another front post triple crochet. So we skip 2 posts. And then in the next one, in the third, we're going to make a front post triple crochet. And in the one in the post next to that, we'll make another front post triple crochet. And now we're going to go back to the skipped posts. So we'll go to the very first skip post and make a front post triple crochet. And then we go to the next one and make another front post triple crochet. And we're going to do this one more time. So skip 2 and go to the next one, front post triple crochet, and one more. And now we're going to go work in our skipped posts. So make 2 more front post triple crochets. And this is the foundation for our Celtic weave, or at least the Celtic weave part of our scarf. So in the next post, here, let's put this in order. There we go. Very next post, we're going to be working a front post triple crochet. And this is just going to be a little dividing post between our next braided bit. And we'll make a second front post triple crochet. And now we're going to start our cable. So we're going to skip 3 posts. And in the 4th post, we're going to make a front post triple crochet. And we'll make another front post triple crochet in the one next to it, because we're going to be making a cable with 3 posts. And in our 3rd post, we make another front post triple crochet. And now the cable part is going to require a back post triple crochet. So for the 3 skipped posts that we have, we're going to work those as back post triple crochets. So we wrap our yarn around twice, and we're going to come from the back of the work, insert our hook, and push that post back. And that way we can make a back post triple crochet. It's pretty hard to do this while I'm looking at the camera and trying to crochet at the same time. All right, so we close out our triple crochet. In the next stitch, we do the same. I like to flip it back, and that way I can push the post back with my thumb and make it easier for me to grab it with my hook. So there's our second one, and we go to the 3rd skip post. There we go. I'll find the post, and there we go. So that is our last back post triple crochet, and there is the beginning part of our cable. And we're going to make 2 front post triple crochets in the next 2 posts. So here's our first one, and 1 more front post triple crochet. There we go. That's kind of how we're looking so far. So we're going to be repeating our Celtic weave, which is what we did at that beginning part. So let me move my yarn over a little. There we go. So I'm going to be skipping my 2 posts, go to the next 2, and make front post triple crochets. So here's my first front post triple crochet, and my second one. And then we go back to the skipped posts. So I make a front post triple crochet, and then a second front post triple crochet, and then I'm going to skip 2 posts and make 2 front post triple crochet in the posts after that. And if I'm moving a little fast, just go back to the part of the video where I went a little bit slower on this. We're just repeating the Celtic weave. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my 2 skipped posts and make my front post triple crochets. And then for anyone who's interested, I'll also post the written pattern to this. I'll put the link down in the description box below. Alright, and we skip 2 posts. And we're going to make front post triple crochets in the next 2 posts. So there's 1 and 2. And we're going to go back to the 2 skipped posts right after this and make 2 front post triple crochets. And we'll go into the second one. Alright, so now we've finished our weave, we're going to go into the next post right after our Celtic weave and make a front post triple crochet. And we'll do the same in the next one. And now we're going to make another cable. So we're going to skip 3 posts and go to the next post. And we're going to make a front post triple crochet, and then another front post triple crochet in the post right next to that. And we'll make our 3rd front post triple crochet of our cable. There we go. And now we're going to go back to our skipped post, but because this is the cable, we're going to be working back post triple crochets. So I'll wrap my yarn around my hook twice, and I'm going to work these as back posts. So here's my first back post triple crochet, and we'll make a second one in the post right next to it. And then here's our 3rd back post triple crochet. And now we're going to finish our row with front post triple crochets. So here's post and make a front post triple crochet. And in this little space next to my chain, between my chain and my last post, I'm just going to make a double crochet, and that'll help me keep my rows even. So we chain 2, turn our work around, and we're going to work back post double crochet. So this very first post, we're going to push it back and make it a back post double crochet. And we're going to work our cable next. So the cable, you're just going to approach, you're going to be working your stitches as you approach them. So this is the very next post right next to my hook. So that's the first one I'm going to work, and it's going to be a back post double crochet, and then I'll go to the next post and do the same, a back post double crochet, and then I'll go to the third and also make a back post double crochet. And here's the other section, so the part that we braided across, and now we work on those, and those also become back post double crochets. So here's the second one, and here is the third one. Okay, so now we have 2 posts, so I'm just going to work those as back post double crochets. So there's 1 and 2. And for our Celtic weave, everything becomes a back post triple crochet. But this one we're going to be skipping things. So you work the first 2 that you have. So they're the ones right here. So they're the ones in front of my finger. So these are the first 2 that we've approached. So we're going to work a a back post triple crochet in that first post. Oh, there we go. 2. Nope, I'm going to do that one over again because I didn't get both of my threads. So wrap it around twice, and there we go. So back post triple crochet, and I'll go into the next one. And now we're going to be skipping in this next bit. So these 2 across we're going to skip, and we're going to go to the other 2 in the front. So the ones in front of my finger. So we're going to make those front post triple crochets. I'm sorry, back post. I keep saying front. Back post triple crochets. All right, there's the first one, and then we make another back post triple crochet. And sometimes it's easier if you just kind of use your finger to push between the 2 stitches. There we go. So now we're going to go back to these that went across that we skipped. Now these are also have to be worked as back post triple crochets. So we're going to come in front of the work and then push the post towards the front, or I guess towards the back. Depends, I guess, on how you look at it. But so I'm going to come in from the front and then push the post back and finish my triple crochet. And now we're going to skip these and go to the other ones. So we're going to work with these front 2 posts and make back post triple crochets. So I'll make my first one, and then I'll make a second one, and now I'm going to go to my 2 skipped posts, and I'll do the same. Just wrap my yarn around twice and come in from the front of the work and push the post back. So I'll make my first back post triple crochet and go back and make my second one on the other remaining post. It helps a lot if you keep a really loose tension as well as you're making all of your posts. And then we just have this last one, so we'll just work my back post triple crochets into this one. And this is going to be the one that's right next to our little separating front posts. It'll be a lot easier to understand once you see the pattern a little bit more. And there we go. We've just finished our Celtic weave. So now we've got our next 2 posts, and those are going to be worked as back post double crochets. So I'll just wrap my yarn around my hook once and finish my back post double crochet. So there's 2. And we've approached the second cable. So for the cable, remember that you're just going to work them, your posts as you approach them. So the first post that we have, we're just going to work as a back post double crochet, and then go into the second one, and then the third. And then we're going to work the front part of our cable, which is this one on the other side. And we'll work those 3 posts as well. I know that they cross over, but working your sets of 3. So you'll do the 3 ones that you approach first, and then you'll do the other 3 ones. So the back 3 first, and then the second set is the front set of 3 front post or the set of back post double crochets. And there we go. So now I've just got this last double crochet of my row, or there we go, and we chain 2 and turn our work around. So now everything's becoming a little bit cleaner. So we're just going to start working our front post triple crochets. So we have these 3 posts, so I'll make a front post triple crochet in each. So basically when you work the front part of the scarf, you're always going to be working front posts, and when you're working in the back part of the scarf, you'll be making back posts. So when we get to the Celtic weave, it's always going to be the same. You skip your first 2 posts, and then this one that goes diagonal doesn't really count just yet because they work in pairs. So this first pair, you skip the first of the pair, and then we're going to go to this next set of posts, and we'll make a front post triple crochet in each. And then we're going to go back to the skipped ones that run parallel to the ones that we just crocheted. And we're going to make front post triple crochet in those. So I guess a better way of phrasing it is they're in sets of parallel pairs. So you're skipping the different pairs. So here's another chance to see it. Okay, so here is, see all these different ones? We're going to go to the next set of parallel pairs that went with the first ones that we made a front post triple crochet in. And then we're going to go back to the ones that we skipped, which are these that have gone under. So these are the ones in the back. So we'll go back to these and pull those forward with a front post triple crochet. So just kind of use your fingers to work through the posts so that you have easy access to them. And we'll make a second front post triple crochet. Okay, and now we have these that we're going to skip, and those are our 2 posts that separate our Celtic weave from our cabling. So these 2 right here are the last 2 posts of our Celtic weave. So we're going to go to those and make front post triple crochets. And now we're going to go to the 2 skipped ones, which are these that go beneath the other cross part. So those are our 2 skipped posts. So we're going to make front post triple crochets in those. So we're essentially making 3 braids, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. And now we've got our 2 front post triple crochets, and these are just our nice little divider posts. So we've got those, and now we've approached our cable. So for our cable, we're just going to make a front post triple crochet. So that's in the first post, and we'll go into the second post and do the same, into the third. And we are just extending the cable so that it looks cleaner. So we're just going to keep working straight through all 6 of the posts as front post triple crochets. So there we go. And then we work our 2 front post triple crochets, and these are our 2 dividing posts. So here they are. So I'll make my second front post triple crochet of the dividing posts, and we've gotten to our front post, our Celtic weave, and we're just going to repeat the same one. So just go back and repeat the same steps, skipping the different posts and then going back to the skipped ones. And for our for our cable, we're going to just front post triple crochet in each one. So I'll let you go through and repeat that, and we'll move on to the next row. So I finished my row, and now I chain 2 and turn around. So now we're back at the back of the we're working the back of the scarf again, and we're going to be working all of our back post crochets. So we make a back post double crochet in this first post, and then we get to our cable, and we're just going to make a back post double crochet in each of the posts. So all 6 posts of our cable. And since they're not crisscrossing, you can just work straight through, because we will be crossing them here in our next row. So I've gotten my 6 cable back post double crochets, and I'll go into my next 2 double crochets, and these are also back post double crochets, and these are the 2 dividing posts. There we go. And now we're at our Celtic weave. So remember, when we're working the back, we're going to go straight into the first 2 posts that we approached. So we're going to work a back post triple crochet in the first post, and another back post triple crochet in the second post, and then we're going to skip this this pair of posts and go to the next one. So just kind of use your finger and get between the stitches there, and here are our 2 posts, and we're going to make those back post triple crochets as well. And we'll do the second post. Okay, and now we're going to go to the skipped posts, which are these 2, and we're going to make them back post triple crochets. So just go in front of all of your work, push your hook in towards the front, and then push your post back. So make those back post triple crochets, make one of those for each of the posts. So now we skip 2 and go to the front posts right in here. We kind of just use your finger to separate them and make our 2 back post triple crochets. I have to really take my time saying that so I don't mess those up. There we go, and we're going to go back to our 2 skipped posts, and we'll make those as back post triple crochets as well. So there's 1 and 2, and now we have our 2 remaining posts. So when you look at it from the back, it looks like you just crossed twice, but when you work the front posts, when we're working in the front part of the scarf, that's when you close it out, and it makes it look like 3 braids. There we go. So we finished our Celtic weave, so it's my last front post triple crochet, and then we have our 2 dividing posts, and then we have our cable again, and our 2 posts, and our Celtic weave. So just go through and repeat what we just did, and I will see you when we start our next row. So I'll go through and repeat everything. Alright, so I finished my row, and now I've got my chain 2, and this is the last row of the pattern, and this is all 4 rows that we're just going to keep repeating. So we're at the front, and we're working a front post triple crochet into each of our 3 beginning posts. So here's my second one, and here's my third. And as you can see, the pattern's a lot cleaner now that we've got a couple of rows. And here's our Celtic weave. So you skip the first pair and go into the second pair of posts, and we're going to work those as front post triple crochets. And we're going to go back to these first 2 that we skipped. And we're just repeating this over and over, so I'm starting to work a lot quicker here. We're going to skip 2 posts and go to the next 2 and work our front post triple crochets. And then we go to the 2 skipped ones. We have 2 front post triple crochets. There's 1 and 2. And we go into our last one. So skip this next set of posts, and we'll go into the last posts. Let me get some more yarn and do my last front post triple crochet here, and we go to the last set of skipped posts, and we make those front post triple crochets as well. And here's this one, and then we have our 2 divider posts. So see, this is our Celtic weave. I've got a knot in my yarn. So let me get this knot out and I can go back. There you go. Okay. So here is our cable. So for our cable now, we're going to have to make the braiding for it. So let's work our first 2 front post triple crochets for our divider posts and get those 2 out of the way. Okay, so now we're at our cable. So for these next 3 posts, we skip them and go to the next 3 after that. So on post number 4, it would be, we make a front post triple crochet, and we go to the 5th post and also do a front post triple crochet, and to the 6th post. There we go, and finish that triple crochet. And we're going to go to the 3 skipped ones, and we're going to work those as back post triple crochets. So come in here through the back and see how there's this space up here? You're going to want to go into the top part. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of lower your cable. So wrap it around twice and come in from the back and into that top square. Push our post back and work back post triple crochet. And then go into the next skip post, so that post number 2. Because remember that our cables have 6 posts. And post number 3. And there is our cable. And we go to the next dividing posts, and we make our 2 front post triple crochets. So there's 1 and 2, and we're back to the Celtic weave part. So we're just going to keep repeating this pattern. So as you can see, here's the cable and here's the Celtic weave. Repeat this pattern for as long as you want your scarf to be. Typically a scarf is as long as the person is tall, so this scarf is going to be about 62 inches. So I'll work 62 inches of this and come back and show you what to do. So now that I've finished the entire length of the scarf that I wanted, I'm going to make these little tassels at the end. And this is how our scarf looks now that we have finished it. And it's nice and long and thick and gorgeous. So I left one of these little tassels left to make. So just find something that you want the length of your tassel to be. So I'm going to be using a book, but I'm going to line up my 2 threads here. There we go, because I'm still using my 2 skeins. So I just picked a book, and this is how long I want my tassels to be. And they are going to get a little bit shorter because you do have to knot them. So put your 2 ends at the top of the book, or whatever it is you're using, and we're going to wrap the yarn. So that's 1, 2, 3, and I chose to make it 15. So I wrapped it around 15 times. And that makes, I don't know, a thickness in the tassel that I like, but remember that it's going to be doubled up. So it's going to be 30 plus, you know, you're using 2 threads. So you've got 60 threads. So I'm just going to cut here at the top. There we go. Now that I've wrapped it around 15 times. And I'm going to grab the bottom part, which is, see here, my 2 little ends. This is going to be the bottom part of my tassel. So I'll grab the top part and then pull it out of the book. And be very careful so that you don't unravel all of the work you just did. Excellent. Now you grab your scissors and we're going to cut this bottom part off. So make sure that's nice and tight. Grab your scissors. There we go. Let me angle that and just cut through. There we go. So now our tassel is ready. So we're going to be twisting this. Here, let me grab my scarf and show you. I didn't put it right at the very end. So I'll show you where to put this here in a second. Okay, that's a little bit clearer to see. So see, I'm not right at the corner. I'm going to be maybe a post or 2 into the scarf. But we're going to twist our little tassel, and this is just going to make it a lot easier to pull through here. So I'm going to go right into right here, right after this first post is where I'm going to go. So insert your hook. You can use a bigger hook if you want to, if that's easier. And then just grab my tassel and pull one side through. Don't pull both sides, just the one. There we go. And line up all of your little tassel ends. And there it is. And now we're just going to hold it together and knot it. So you're going to be very tempted once you get the knot through. Oh, here, and I'm just going to get this little end. So this is the little tail end of the yarn from when I started the scarf, because this is the beginning part. So I'm just going to tuck it into this tassel, and that way I don't have to weave it in. So you're going to be tempted, as I was saying, to pull on your scarf to tighten the knot. Don't pull on the scarf, because you'll ruin your scarf. So just kind of tighten it a little, and then pull on the actual tassel itself. So pull everything through. And if you have something kind of sticking out, let me see if I can get this little tail end. There you go. If you just twist it a little, it kind of hides everything. But if you have a little piece sticking out like this one, if it's from the tail, when you pull it, you're going to see what thread it is, and then you can just go back to the tassel part and just pull on that thread and tighten it. But this one is going to be that little tail end from the beginning of my scarf, so I'm just going to pull it out and add it to the tassel. And there we go. So that's all you need to do to make your tassels. And now you just kind of give them a haircut. So line it all up however long you want, like that. Just cut the top part off and you're done. And that's it, folks. That was our pattern for our Celtic weave and cable scarf. If you have any questions on this pattern, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. I will have the written pattern. Just look for the written pattern link in the description box below. If you want to see more projects like this, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to get more content like this one. If you want to see any more of my work, I am on Instagram, and that is @mode.bespoke. Thanks for watching.